You're listening to Soap Dirt, the latest in television entertainment news.
Hey, Days of Our Lives fans. So, Gabi Hernandez wakes up in bed with Philip Kiriakis this week, but do they really go all the way with each other? Do they really do the deed? Or is Gabi just going to let Philip think that they do? It's Belinda from Soap Dirt. Please hit that subscribe button and let's dive into what is about to happen with Gabi and Philip. It's been a few weeks since Gabi decided to accept an offer to team up with Tony DiMera. And he and Gabi are scheming to reclaim DiMera Enterprises and get it away from Xander and Philip Kiriakis. We've already seen fashionista Gabi trying to weasel her way into Xander's good graces, and now Gabi is making moves on Philip. But when Gabi spoke to him the other day, Philip seemed very skeptical of Gabi just suddenly being nice to him. So the question is, can Philip stay one step ahead of the very motivated Miss Gabi Hernandez? I kind of don't think so. Philip should absolutely be on high alert where Gabi is concerned, especially when she's being nice. Because recently she cozied up to Xander Kiriakis. You know, first she was helping him calm down a fussy Victoria in his Titan office turned daddy daycare. And then Xander was Gabi's strong shoulder to lean on when her daughter Ari briefly went missing thanks to the thugs that were chasing Doug 3. But Gabi may have pushed things too far when she grabbed Xander for a kiss at the bistro right when his estranged wife Sarah Horton walked in the door with Brady Black. And of course, Sarah was annoyed and announced that two could play that and kissed Brady to make Xander jealous. And boy, was he, because all heck broke loose. And Gabi and Xander are now banned from the fancy bistro after he nearly punched Brady. So later, Philip was grilling Gabi about the incident. Of course, Salem's a small town. Word gets around. And that left Philip very suspicious of Gabi's sudden interest in having a business dinner with Philip. But she's quick on her feet, and Gabi insisted that she and Xander are just good friends. So Gabi covered very smoothly. So in the end, Philip agreed to go out to eat with Gabi just as an old friend. But Philip is very much right to be suspicious. Gabi's only interest right now is to drive Philip and Xander further apart as part of her and Tony's big plan to get DiMera away from Titan Industries. So he doesn't know it yet, but Philip may be in serious trouble because Gabi has hired Black Patch to investigate the Titan DiMera merger, and Steve is digging into a lot of things, including the court case when Philip sued Xander for Titan Industries and said that his late father, their late father, Victor Kiriakis, wanted him to have it. And remember, Vivian Alamain had forged that letter, and it all came out later, but now Xander can't do anything about it or else it's going to mess up the merger. So what this means is Gabi and Steve could find out soon about Philip's forgery scheme, and that could be very troublesome. In the meantime, Gabi may be working another angle because this week the promo shows Gabi and Philip hitting the sheets. Or do they? Actually, to be more specific, what the promo shows is Gabi waking up in bed next to Philip, and they seem to be completely undressed, and it's kind of like, oh, hey, you're in bed with me. Yeah, I'm in bed with you. So maybe Gabi and Philip do the deed. Or maybe Gabi just wants Philip to think that they did as part of the plot to mess with Titan. So our leaker, who's very reliable, mentioned that despite the way the promo looks, there's a chance that Gabi did not have sexy time with Philip. Just because they woke up in bed together does not mean that those two people had any nookie. But Gabi may let Philip think they slept together to further her agenda with Tony and to make things worse between him and Xander. So poor Philip may think his dry streak with women ended when he wakes up next to sexy Gabi, only to find out, nope, still dry. So this scenario with Gabi, even if it's fake, could cause a lot of confusion for Philip and a lot of trouble because This week's Days of Our Lives spoilers also show Belle and Philip getting flirty and spending a day playing hooky and having fun together. You know, Belle and the Kiriakis bad boy have a long history together, and this new thing with Gabby, whether it's real or not, could cause some hurt feelings if Philip isn't careful, because it looks like he's hanging out with Belle, and then later that night, or maybe the next night, is when Philip is in bed with Gabby. And if she lets it slip accidentally or on purpose to Belle that she spent the night with Philip, well, Belle might be upset with him for hanging out with her all day and then going and getting naked with Gabby. So if it is just a big fake out, I wonder how long Philip will be fooled into thinking he and Gabby were intimate. Our leaker also told us that Philip and Gabby are eventually going to fall in love with each other sometime later. We're almost on the top of fall, but later this fall. And with Philip and Gabby, you never know, a romance may just work out. They're both family oriented, they're goal driven. Plus, Philip and Gabby have checkered past. They understand each other on that level because they're both schemers. However, Philip may feel pretty stupid if he falls for Gabby's lies. You know, Philip could be irritated if Gabby makes up a big story about their wild night in bed, especially if Philip actually has a shot with Belle and that ruins it. So Philip was kind of already savvy to Gabby's shenanigans when he was talking to her about her and his brother Xander. So the thing is, Gabby could absolutely fool Philip long enough for her and Tony to swipe DiMera and get Gabby Chic out from under Titan's control. That's the plan at any rate. If that happens and Philip finds out Gabby lied to him about their role in the hay and that Gabby used him, you know, Philip may be hurt. He may be confused. At the same time, he may actually admire that Gabby was able to pull it off. I mean, again, Philip is quite the schemer himself, so he would at least have to appreciate it on a professional level from one part-time con artist to another. So Gabby is going to need to play this game with Philip very strategically if she wants to get DiMera away from Titan so that she can be DiMera Enterprises' new CEO. And in the end, Gabby may have to choose between love and money. She may have to choose between business and pleasure, because if the leaker is right and Gabby and Philip catch true feelings for each other, then she may not get away with everything and she may have some very tough choices to make. So do you think Gabby is going to fake it to make it, or is she really getting intimate with Philip this week?
Thank you for being a loyal listener. Follow us wherever you get your podcast, because you don't want to miss the next episode. Soap Dirt is on all the major podcast platforms, including Apple Podcast, Spotify, iHeartRadio, and more.